result. Your hand. This is the result of concrete. This is a result of concrete. So at the end of the day, that's cheap. I want it to be very, very affordable. Hey, they will give you affordable, and this is the result.
This is the affordable ones. Affordable ones.
And even here will be
Raising up, because there is a visitor's toilet under it. And the visitor's toilet cannot work because looking at this height.
So how can you get there?
No. Or you can get there.
Oh no. The guy they asked me for video, so we can take that one and give him.
So because this all have to be moved. There is a visitor's toilet which the fittings have been fixed under it. You can see the fittings.
Hello everyone, it's Gigo here and welcome back to another episode of Building a House in Ghana. If it is your first time here, this is the Kumsin project, episode 2. In episode 1, I explained, the whole thing going on with this townhouse project. So if you want to get more details, of this particular project, if you go to my playlist, it's called the Kumsin project, you get the history of this particular project. So we are continuing with the third house. The first two houses were just a single story, but on the third one the owner wants to go with a story building. So then we have to come in and do the changes. I mean, like what the engineer was explaining, brother Sammy was explaining. I mean, they put the guest washroom underneath the staircase, but if you look at the height of the staircase and where the plumbing fittings are, I mean, it's not gonna fit. There's a lot of things that wasn't in place. I mean, there was a cantilever which wasn't there, which was a balcony, and I mean, most of the rooms didn't have shower and washrooms and those kind of stuff. So it was a big mess. I mean, like I said, I explained everything in my first episode, and the whole thing is, I mean, since we are getting into the new year, that's why I'm trying to upload this video just in the first week of a new year, because I know most of us have plans of putting something up, right? So I want to use this video as an educational video for you when it comes to planning of building your dream house in 2025. So we're going to use this project, right? The owner has allowed me to kind of put everything out there, say it as it is. And from his experience, he wants us to learn from his experience. So his plan was to give the opportunity to his friends, right, to help him build this dream townhouses. So I mean, he puts one of his friends in charge to kind of supervise the whole project. But I mean, the friend is not a builder, right? Maybe the friend has a little bit or have seen how construction is being done, but when it comes to story building, it's a different game together, right? Building a single story, right? I mean, it is really not that kind of difficult, like building the ground floor. I mean, if you go to my episode 1, you will see the project that I'm talking about and the work which was done there, right? So because he has not so much knowledge in construction, he just watch. I mean, he deals with the fans and everything, but he didn't know that these guys, the workers that he was dealing with were buying inferior materials, right? They were not buying of the good quality, right? I mean, you can get away with it when it's the ground floor, right? Because there's not so much weight in there. But when it comes to a story building, I mean, you can't get away because you are putting weight on the structure and on the foundation. So it will expose you at the end. So here we have to come in because there was supposed to be a balcony, which is this cantilever. It was in the drawing, but they didn't put it there, right? So if you are planning to build your house, I mean, it is nice to involve your friends or family to take in charge, because maybe you believe in them, right? But if they don't know what is supposed to do at what time, I mean, you can look at the staircase, you see how narrow it is, so small, right? So if they don't know what has to be done at what time and what kind of materials is really needed, then it's going to be a problem for you at the end. They might be charging you for a higher grade, but they might be buying something else, right? So it is a good idea to use a family because you trust them, or a friend because you trust them, and you want to give them the opportunity to also learn and do something, right? Because I have also been there before, where I want to give opportunity to my friends because they had like nothing doing, and I mean, I just want to support them, so I just try to put them on site too. But then the thing is that if they are not ready to learn, and the maybe the artisans that they are using are not, that of, if they don't know what they are actually doing, then it's a big mess, and that is the situation with this project, right? So you can see all the things that they left out, right? All the things that they left out, and I mean, there was a void where it's not supposed to be even there, but all of those things, you have to consider that. So this is just, for you to just be, just take caution, right? I mean, you can give the opportunity to your family or your friend to build your house for you, but just make sure that at least maybe you don't know the people, you don't know the people that he or she will be using to build a house, because you are not there, so you can't tell whether they are doing the right job. So I will always advise that at least you should get a contractor, right, who will go there maybe once a week to supervise what they are doing, right? At least get someone who has knowledge, on a higher, level, to at least just go there, and when he sees something wrong, he can correct it before they pour the concrete casting, or before, they do any massive work, right? So please, this is just the first tip that I want to put out there. Getting a contractor on site is very, very important, man. It shouldn't be from maybe the same team, because for like I said, the guy who started with this project, organize people. I cannot really tell for a fact, but for sure I think that the person got them from the neighborhood, these boys friends that have built before, they came together, and I mean, they can build, but if they don't know the engineering part in construction, that becomes a problem. Because with what we saw, I mean, you will see the 3D drawing, and when you see what they've done, I mean, it is totally different. It's totally different from what they were supposed to do. And also when it comes to the materials also, right? They get an estimate from them, but he doesn't really know whether it is the right quantity. Maybe they might even buy more or less, and it's always front and back. It's a stress. So if you believe in your family or your friend to supervise your project for you, and he gets his own people to build a house because he trusts those people, at least get someone from somewhere else, like get a contractor, right, from somewhere, to always go, and at least once a week, it doesn't cost that much, to check on what they are doing and give you a feedback, right? And I mean, you can do that at every stage when they have to pour a concrete, because blocks, you can always take the blocks out, and some of the blocks you can reuse them. So it's just the mortar cost that it will go in there, and the labor. But when it comes to concrete, like the pillars, the columns, and concrete casting and those things, I mean, that's a huge sum of money to just break it off. So during those stages, it's very important to get a contractor or an engineer, right, to just go and have a look and give you that confirmation that those guys are doing the right thing. So these are the other projects that when we are done with this, we will continue with the other projects. So it's going to be a journey with the Kumsins project here on Google Production Group. So stay tuned to see the outcome and how we will be going with this project.
Here are we on the alteration job? The excavation, we scatter all the staircase. You can see this place is designed for a visitor's WC, which couldn't, because look at the height: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block height, and it can't be a human height. So it just wasted. We have to get a way of doing it. Well, that is a full. Added all this side to it because it contains a bath and a closet. So that's it. All this part, these projections were part of the building that have been ignored, which we've added to. So like the building is going to change shape, lose certain things within, because at the end of the day, even this side couldn't have. At the top is a room which don't have any bathroom or anything. So you can only use it for office because there's no any other extra bath for the second fellow there. Thanks. So meaning the mat will be under it. We have now hung it, then the continuation. So this is it. It can go. Evo, I want you to do something for me, please. Come. I think they want to use the base for a visitor's WC. So now go. Let's see the height if it can contain. So can you go there now? Okay. So now meaning the height is okay. Which you have your steps too. You have your everything you wanted. Okay. That's the job. At least you must have a vision. You must know what you are doing. You have to know at least measurement that can be okay for certain things before you tempt. If not, you are not going to get what you want. According to the plan, all this hanging area, the cantilever, you can see we form it. It's part of the drawing, but it has been ignored. And also, there is a decking here which covers the WC and also closet, but all have been ignored. So like this room will be here without any convenient area. You can see all that have been ignored from the plan, which we've added to it. So you can see then the wider area. Though the owner might need a void, but at least we have to see what the service may be. You can't take what is important for a void area. So still we can get a void and also have whatever we need to have here. Thank you.
So that was Engineer Sammy for you with the updates, right? Being on site and making sure that everything has to be in place, right? So just after that, after the carpentry work, or let me say the correction, the steel benders are in here to also do, their part, and also, complete the new extension that we did with this, particular project. So you can see the work done for yourself. If you need a steel bender, you can always get in touch with Ni, who is our steel bender on the channel. Like I said, you can always use our artisans for your project, right? And if you lack any, any artisans in your team. Maybe your uncle is a mason or a steel bender or a plumber, but you need the other parts. You can always tap into the production group and take whoever you want or you need for your project. That's what I stand for. That's what the production group stands for, right? So you can always come in and take, what you need, so that you will be able to build your house, and have that peace of mind, right? So fast forward, the concrete casting was done. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make videos because the guys that were doing it, they were so busy, they didn't have time to make the video. But then we will go up there to see the work being done, right? So I mean, we have more, of the projects coming up. So this is just the beginning, for the Kumsin project. And he also has another plot of land, I think an acre, where he also wants to build something else, which is just 5 minutes drive from here, right? So it's going to be exciting with the Kumsin project and how we will work together to make this dream come true with the townhouses. And I mean, his idea was a smart one: buy the land, fence it, and just, wait. When you are ready, you can just start building step by step process, right? Land is always a difficult part in construction. When you have a genuine land, you are okay.
They've shifted there. Yeah, the first one you see, we call the first one the jungle step. But now, even have now the 3 people or the 3 of us, we can even walk together up and come down. So now you have your step. Why did it like this? Anything you want to set come up is easy for you. 2 or 3 people can hold the thing, then they bring it up. So this is the Ego production group.
So there you have it. After the concrete casting, this is the result. This is how it looks like now. So I mean, in the next episode, we will be looking at the block laying and then getting it to the roofing stage. Then we move to the next, house. Then we're going to take it one step at a time. So the location is in Prampram, right? So that's where, this project is few minutes away from the sea. And you can see in the community, if you look 360, you think that the place is not a developed area, but trust me, if you go 360 around, there are all houses surrounded in this community. That's because this was a group of people that came together to buy this piece of land, and they are taking their time to develop it. So all their surrounding is all developed. There's electricity, there's water connection, everything is there. And they take their time to develop the place. And I mean, the value of the land, I mean, I think by now is even times 10 or so, because to buy land in this place now, I mean, there is no land around anymore. If you look around, there's no land. The land you see, the empty land you see are owned by, individuals. You see, they are in acres. If you look at the fence walls, you will not see like one plot. No, they bought in acres. And that is the plan. When you get that opportunity, a land with the prices is reasonable, you buy in acres. And I mean, this is another tip. You can buy 1 acre, hold it for the next 5-10 years. You selling 2 of it, right? 2 plot of it pays the other 2, meaning you actually got a land for free, right? So you just buying 1 acre or buying maybe 2 plots, hold one, build on one. When the whole place is developed, the price that you sell the other one is equally to the one that you've already built on, meaning you have the land for free, right? So this is just a tip for you. If you are looking for such opportunities, we have a land in Ningo, which is also close to the sea, which I believe is going to be a top location in the next 10 years. So if you're interested, as of now, 2024, or I would say 2025, when this video will be out, it will be around 4,400, right? When we start developing, start making rows, planting trees and stuff, the price will go high. And as we sell, we increase the price. So if you want to be part of that community, you can get in touch with me, and then we will see how we come. It will be best if you get a group, you come in groups. Then you get more control of what you really want to do there. You can buy in, like, let's say four people can buy 5 plots, right? And just demarcate your own playing ground, your compound. You can design. There's so many designs, you can put out there. Let's get rid of the concrete jungle, the walls. If you have a community, there's no need to have, walls in each house. That is also cost that goes into estimate, right? Just the cost of making a fence wall can help you with your foundation. So why not come together as a group and make a big fence wall, right? Just make the external walls and just leave the entrance. And everybody uses, just plans to demarcate the boundaries of the houses, right? But this is a subject for another day. So then I think this brings us to the end of episode 2 of the Kumsins project and the beginning of 2025, right? Amazing things are coming here on the channel, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.